you enjoy immersive stories, consider subscribing.
Darkness engulfs them. The door closes softly behind them, not violently this time, but with a final, definitive click. It's dark. Almost completely dark.
Isaac?
I'm here. I've got you.
Indeed, his hand is firmly clasping Sarah's. Their eyes slowly adjust to the darkness. Thin lines of light filter through the closed shutters, just enough to make out shapes. And that smell.
What's that smell?
It smells like antiseptic, like in a hospital.
A chemical, sterile smell, mixed with something older, musty, long closed. They move forward cautiously, their eyes adjusting further. The apartment seems empty of modern furniture. They make out shapes covered with white sheets.
Sweetie, where are you?
No answer. Isaac takes his phone out of his pocket and turns on the flashlight. The beam of light reveals an interior frozen in time. The wallpaper is yellowed, peeling in places, with an old-fashioned floral pattern. Empty frames hang on the walls. An old clock has stopped at 2:45.
2:45.
Isaac shines his light on what looks like a table. As they get closer, they realize it's not just a table. The light from the phone illuminates a vintage medical examination table, made of chipped white enameled metal. Next to it is an antique rolling table on which surgical instruments from another era are laid out. Scalpels, forceps, glass syringes, tools they don't know the names of, but which look disturbing.
Isaac, we should leave, now.
Look at this. Some of them look old, really old. 19th century maybe, but others...
Others look brand new.
Sarah notices something else. She leads Isaac to a corner of the room. Polaroids. Dozens of Polaroids pinned to the wall, in an order that seems important, but they don't understand. In each photo, the same building. Their building, taken from different angles, at different times. And in some photos, windows are circled in red marker. Their window. Also, the one in apartment 20, and others.
Isaac, someone was watching us. Someone...
The little girl. We have to find her. Now.
They split up, each exploring a different part of the apartment. Sarah walks down a narrow hallway. She passes a bathroom. The door is ajar. She pushes it open gently. An old sink, a cracked mirror, and on the edge of the sink, bottles of medicine. She approaches, reading the labels by the light of her phone. The names are faded on some. On others, she doesn't recognize the medical terms. But on a newer bottle, she reads, haloperidol, psychiatric use.
Sarah, come and see.
Sarah joins Isaac in what appears to be a bedroom. A hospital bed stands in the center, with leather straps attached to the frame. On a small bedside table is a notebook. Isaac has opened it.
It's a diary. Look at the dates.
Sarah leans over. The entries date back several decades. The handwriting changes, sometimes clear, sometimes shaky, sometimes completely illegible.
March 19th. The 20th no longer sleeps. He knows. They all know. The walls are too thin. The dreams spread. The doctor says it's almost time. 2:45 a.m. Always 2:45 a.m. This is crazy. Completely crazy.
Listen to this one. 1987. The new occupant of 15 has started having nightmares. 3rd floor, as expected. The doctor is satisfied. 1972. The building is holding up. The modifications are holding. The doctor has finalized the corridor protocol. There are hundreds of them, going back to the 1950s.
The doctor? Who is this doctor?
And where's the little girl?
As if in answer to his question, a noise, faint, coming from another room, a sob. They follow the sound to what appears to be a closet. But when Isaac opens it, they discover that it hides a smaller, low door, like an attic door.
Stay here. I'll go check.
No way. We're staying together.
They crouch down and go through the small door. On the other side is a windowless room, lit by a single bare light bulb that swings gently. The girl is curled up in a corner, her knees pressed against her chest.
Hey, we won't hurt you. We just want to understand.
The girl looks up, Her face is streaked with tears.
You can understand. No one can understand.
Please, try. Please. What is this place? Why did you bring us here?
I didn't want to, but you had started dreaming. You were next. I thought I could show you, warn you.
Warn us about what?
The girl looks at them with eyes filled with despair.
About him. About the doctor. He collects dreams, nightmares. He cultivates them. The building is his laboratory. We are his subjects.
You're delusional. That's not possible.
Do you wake up at 2:45 a.m.? Always 2:45 a.m.?
Sarah turns pale.
How do you know that?
Because everyone on the 3rd floor wakes up at 2:45 a.m. That's when he starts his work. The time when the boundaries are thinnest.
Suddenly, the light bulb above them flickers, then goes out. Total darkness. In complete darkness, they hear the front door of the apartment opening. Slowly, the hinges creak loudly. Footsteps, heavy, measured. Clack, clack, clack. Then, as if on cue, a sound of wood against stone. All around the apartment, all the shutters close at the same time with a synchronized slam, completely sealing off any source of outside light. In total darkness, they hear the footsteps getting closer. Clack, slam, closer, closer. Sarah squeezes Isaac's hand so hard it hurts. The young girl makes no sound, as if she is holding her breath. Silence, long, unbearable.
You shouldn't have come here. Not yet. It wasn't the right time.
In the darkness, it's impossible to tell if their eyes are open or closed. A breath, very close, as if someone were leaning toward them.
But now that you're here, we might as well begin.
The sound of a metal instrument being picked up from a table. Sarah wants to scream, but no sound comes out. Gasp. Sarah sits up abruptly in bed, gasping for breath, covered in sweat. Daylight floods her room. Her alarm clock reads 7:42 a.m. She looks around frantically. Her room, her belongings, everything is normal.
A dream. It was just a dream.
But her hands are still shaking. Her heart is pounding. Isaac wakes up in exactly the same way, startled, disoriented, terrified. He stares at his hands, touches his face, looks around.
What the?
He jumps out of bed. Both doors open simultaneously. Isaac and Sarah rush towards each other, almost colliding in the middle of the hallway. They freeze, looking at each other.
Did you dream?
And you?
A moment of silence. Then, both speak at the same time, their words overlapping.
The little girl on the 3rd floor.
The hallway that stretched on
The
and
apartment
on.
with the medical
And that man,
instruments.
that doctor.
They stop, realizing.
We had the same dream.
Exactly the same.
Sarah leans against the wall, her legs seeming to give way beneath her.
That's not possible. People don't have the same dreams. It's impossible.
Unless...
Unless what? Unless it wasn't a dream?
They look at each other, terrified by this possibility. Sarah and Isaac are sitting at the kitchen table, 2 cups of coffee in front of them. Sarah has put a bathrobe over her pajamas. Isaac is wearing a hoodie. They have compared their memories. Every detail matches. The long hallway, apartment 27, the surgical instruments, the young girl, the diary, the footsteps, the voice.
Maybe we should, I don't know, go up to the 20th? Check if she's okay?
And what do we say? Hello, we dreamed about your daughter last night. Is she okay? They'll think we're crazy. Or worse.
So what? Do we pretend nothing happened?
Nothing happened. It was a dream, Isaac. A weird dream, okay? Inexplicable, but a dream.
A shared dream.
There must be a rational explanation. Maybe we both ate something weird. Or there's a gas leak that's making us hallucinate. Or...
She stops, realizing that her explanations sound hollow.
Do you still wake up at 2:45 a.m.?
Sarah doesn't answer immediately.
Yes.
And how long? Have we been living on the 3rd floor?
6 months. Since we moved apartments.
They fall silent, this realization weighing heavily between them.
Okay, let's go to work. Let's forget all about this. Tomorrow it will seem completely crazy.
Yeah, completely crazy.
Sarah and Isaac get ready for work in an unusual silence. Each avoids the other's gaze. Sarah puts on her jacket and grabs her bag. Isaac grabs his car keys.
Ready?
As ready as I can be after a night like that.
They leave the apartment, locking the door behind them. The hallway is normal, bright, with its normally spaced doors, slightly worn carpet, ordinary wall sconces. They pass door 22, then door 21. Everything seems perfectly ordinary. Then they reach apartment 20. Without consulting each other, they both slow down involuntarily. It's a door like any other, beige, with a slightly crooked welcome doormat. Nothing special. But they stand there, motionless, staring at the closed door.
Do you think she's okay?
I don't know.
They're listening behind the door. No noise inside. No TV, no voices, no footsteps. Complete silence.
Isaac.
Don't say anything. Let's go.
He gently takes her by the arm and leads her towards the stairs. But before turning the corner of the hallway, Sarah takes one last look back. The door to apartment 20 remains closed, silent. Something about the silence chills her to the bone. They get into Isaac's car, a blue 2015 Toyota Corolla. Isaac turns on the ignition. The radio comes on automatically, playing an upbeat pop song at a moderate volume.
Can you turn up the volume?
What?
Turn up the volume. Please.
Isaac shrugs and turns the knob. The music fills the car, loud enough to prevent conversation. Sarah closes her eyes, pressing her head against the window. Isaac drives, his hands clenched on the steering wheel. The music is deafening, almost aggressive, as if to drown out their thoughts. The car moves through the morning traffic. Red lights, stops, everything is normal, ordinary, real. Isaac reaches an intersection. The light turns green. He begins to turn.
He's there.
Sarah and Isaac freeze, a whisper. For a brief moment, the loud music stopped to make way for a whisper, and they both heard it, a voice close to their ears. Following the conclusion of the hushed sentence, the music started playing at the same rapid pace that it had vanished from the interior of the vehicle. The blood runs cold in their veins. In slow motion, they turn their heads toward the back seat. The girl is sitting there, in her pajamas, exactly as in their dream. Her finger points forward, through the windshield.
He's there.
In the middle of the road, motionless, stands a man. Their eyes follow the direction of her finger, tall, thin, wearing what looks like an old doctor's coat. His face is in shadow, impossible to make out clearly. He's looking at them, or at least, his head is turned toward them. Time seems to stand still.
Shit!
He slams on the brakes and jerks the steering wheel. The car skids, tires screech. Isaac narrowly avoids the man, but the car is now out of control. The car mounts the sidewalk, hits a lamppost, flips onto its side, starts rolling. Crash, crash, crash. The sound of metal bending, glass shattering, then silence. Sirens. Red and blue flashing lights. 2 ambulances, 3 police cars, a fire truck. Isaac's car is an unrecognizable wreck, resting on its roof. Onlookers are kept at a distance by the police. Sarah is lying on a stretcher, a neck brace around her neck, a survival blanket over her. Her face is scratched, a trickle of dried blood on her temple. She stares at the ceiling of the ambulance, her eyes wide open but seeing nothing. A paramedic checks her vital signs.
You're lucky, ma'am. Very lucky, in fact. Probably a few cracked ribs, some bruises, but nothing life-threatening. Your friend, on the other hand, I'm sorry. The impact was... he didn't suffer.
Sarah blinks. A tear rolls down her cheek.
The little girl.
Pardon?
The little girl! There was a little girl in the car, from apartment 20.
The paramedic exchanges a glance with his colleague.
Ma'am, there was no one else in the car. Just you and the driver. The firefighters checked.
No, she was there, in the back. She said, he's there. She warned us. Apartment 20, the little girl in room 20. You have to go get her. She's in danger. The doctor, he's going to...
Ma'am, you're in shock. That's normal after an accident like this. Try to calm down.
You don't understand. Isaac died because of this. Because of him. Because of the doctor.
She continues to repeat over and over as the ambulance speeds toward the hospital.
The little girl in room 20. The little girl in room 20. She must be saved. 2:45. Still 2:45. The little girl in room 20.
3 days later, Sarah is alone in a dimly lit hospital room. Monitors beep softly. She looks out the window at the illuminated city. On her bedside table are flowers from her family, a get well card, and a local newspaper with a headline. Fatal accident at Elm Crossroads. 1 dead, 1 injured. Cause unknown. Sarah looks away from the newspaper. She checks the wall clock. 2:44 a.m. Her heart begins to beat faster. 2:45 a.m. The lights in her room flicker. In the hallway outside, she hears footsteps. Slow, measured. Clack, clack, clack. Sarah closes her eyes, clutching the sheets in her good hand. The footsteps stop in front of her door. The doorknob begins to turn slowly. Sarah opens her mouth to scream, but fade to black.
Thank you for watching the Apartment 20 until the very end. If you enjoyed this story, if it held your attention and you'd like to know what happens next, then you can subscribe to the channel. More stories are coming. Leaving a like helps this format continue to exist. You can share this video with those who enjoy immersive storytelling. It helps build a strong community around the stories you like. Your likes and shares are a valuable support. They encourage me to keep exploring the world of Apartment 20 and to let the story keep moving forward. And if you'd like, feel free to leave a comment. Your perspective can be part of the journey. Thank you again for listening. See you soon in Apartment 20.